all the fighters who've been lying on the canvas, or the number of times that Hyde has been on the canvas tonight.
Again, Larry, you want to know what Riddick Bowe is doing wrong. He's stalking the fighter, but he's not moving his hands. Moving his legs, not moving his hands. Look how long it takes him to get off any kind of a punch at all.
You know, 2 years ago, Bowe looked as though he was rapidly becoming a supreme technician. Where did it all go, Gil?
Come on, get up. No.
Hyde down again.
Come on. Come on, give me your
Hyde's been using the canvas to really hide and rest.
Another slippage. Hard right hand over the top. That ought to be a knockdown.
Somebody
And the towel comes in from Hyde's corner. Steele ignores the towel.
As
Somebody
he should.
They're not allowed to throw in a towel to stop a fight. And they have that rule in to keep them from making scores on gambling.
Steele kicks the white towel out of the ring.
A good move by Steele.
Hyde maybe not entirely in touch with what's going on at this point. He's so exhausted.
Hyde ought to try to take a round off here, Gil. Just run, stay away from him, hold. Not engage him if he can get away.
Where did all of Bowe's skill and polish and ring intelligence go, Gil?
Maybe it went with that good living.
Well, in part it's because of the nature of the opponents he's been fighting. That may be it.
Will this be enough? There's a count going.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And Hyde's not going to make it up. A rusty, rough-hewn effort, but Riddick Bowe gets his KO.
Well, we were talking about how Riddick Bowe had to make a great impression in this fight to be recognized as the best heavyweight in the world, and I just really don't think that he showed that much in this fight, despite the numerous knockdowns.
A distraught Herbie Hyde.
The awkward Mathis, the running Larry Donald, and here Henry Hyde, who you could see weeping in his corner. All difficult kinds of guys to fight, awkward guys.
Well, let me tell you, Larry, Herbie Hyde is attached to his arms, which means he landed a lot of punches, and when he's hitting you, he's still there. You have to have the reflexes to counter, and Bowe did not seem to have those quick reflexes tonight.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Riddick Bowe kneeling to pray.
I think what Riddick Bowe needs is a real challenge. Somebody who can really compete with him so that he can train in that way. I think he's gone into these last 3 fights thinking he didn't have an opponent who was truly able to compete with him.
Well, I felt that Bowe was in great shape for this fight. They told him how important the fight was, but who knows what goes on in a fighter's mind.
And we're taking repeated looks here at the last of Herbie Hyde's many trips to the canvas. And finally, for this one, Hyde kept the left knee on the canvas and simply declined to get up, which was wise.
There wasn't much more he could do.
Fascinating, though, that your mind's eye and your memory tend to tell you, Gil, that the Riddick Bowe who fought against Evander Holyfield in November of 1992 and who looked so good would have polished Herbie Hyde off easily in the 3rd round with quick, economical combinations.
No question about it. Remember, even the second Riddick Bowe fight, he almost polished off Holyfield with nice short combinations.
Right now, let's go up to ring announcer Michael Buffer for the official particulars of this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Richard Steele reaches the count of 10 at 2 minutes, 25 seconds of round number 6. The winner, and once again, heavyweight champion of the world, now a 2-time world champion, Riddick Big Daddy Bowe.
And we repeat, in our book here at HBO, we don't recognize the governing body that awards that title that Michael Buffer is referring to, so by our lights, Riddick Bowe is not yet again a heavyweight champion of the world. He's trying hard to work toward it. 8-year-old brother Alan Hyde, Hyde's little brother, suffering from leukemia, here tonight to watch his life's hero fight. And I think that's probably the source of Herbie's tears, Gil. He really wanted to do something big for his little brother tonight.
Well, yeah, there's no question about that. Flew him all the way over here. You can imagine how the kid feels. And I don't know who would feel worse, Herbie or the kid.
Let's be strong.
Probably couldn't feel much worse than Herbie Hyde feels right now. Final punch stat numbers. You can see that Hyde was by far the more active fighter, throwing 66 more punches in the fight than did BOWE. He landed 41 more punches in the fight than did BOWE. Not a lot of defense played here. BOWE and Hyde both landing half or more of their punches in the fight. And now Larry Merchant stands by in the ring with the once and perhaps future heavyweight titleist, Riddick BOWE.
All right, Riddick, congratulations.
Well, thank you very much.
Give us your overview of this fight. It was a kind of awkward, brawling, entertaining, but it seemed that you didn't do anything in the first couple of rounds. You were still back there in the dressing room fixing your gloves, and then all of a sudden, there were all these knockdowns.
Well, I'll tell you that the experience would prove to be a big factor in this fight. And I knew Herbie was going to come out and use a lot of lateral movement, and I would eventually catch a winner, which I did. He headbutted me early in the fight, and I just had to be real careful, pick my shots, and I have to admit that at a certain point, I got somewhat over anxious, and, you know,
Did the delay
I had to regroup.
Did the long delay in the dressing room sort of quiet you down because you came in and you just...
No, not at all. You know, I'm usually calm, cool, and collective, and that's how I am when I come in the ring. But I want to thank God for giving me this opportunity and blessing me with the win. I want to say happy birthday to my nephew Eric. Hey, Eric, see you soon, man. Hi, Mom.
He seemed like an awkward fighter to fight. He leaped in, and did he hurt you? He seemed once or twice that he might have hurt you.
Well, he stunned me a couple of times, to be honest with you. And I would have to admit, Herbie Hyde is much faster than I thought he was. But I think the pressure itself, it took his toll on him. And I was
you could sense that he was getting fatigued just from being here?
Oh, I can look at him and I hit him with a body saying, ugh. Sound like a little girl for a second, and I knew if I applied the pressure like Eddie Futch told me to, eventually things would go my way.
Why were you, people were asking us, why are you unable to finish him earlier when he seemed so hurt? Was it just that he was sort of lurching around the ring, much the way Evander did, Holyfield did in your first fight?
You know, you got to give Herbie credit. He was in great shape, and he was able to withstand a line of punishment, especially to the body, which we anticipated we were going in and work on his body. But Herbie was very courageous after being shook up, and I thought the count was somewhat long, and I thought the refs should stop the fight earlier, but, you know, what can you say?
All right, what about next? When are you going to fight an opponent that everybody says, there's a real contest?
Well, let me ask you this. What do you think about Jorge Luis Gonzalez? I want to knock that big bum out because he talk too much, and he think he's the champ, and ain't whooped nobody yet. And if you say something smart, I'm gonna have to whoop you too.
You don't even want to know what I think of Lord.
You can tell me.
Gonzalez.
I must admit that I don't think that tonight was one of my best performances, but I think, you know, going right back into the gym and working on various different things that I can improve, because I did get anxious and I should have just been cool and maintained my composure.
Thank you very much, Riddick. You're always honest.
No, thank you.
All right, Rock Newman, manager of Riddick BOWE. Rock, you tell us what the future, the immediate future holds for Riddick BOWE and what your trip to that prison in Indiana is all about.
Firstly, I think tonight's performance was one that is a good, tough fight for Riddick. It was a